why this issue is important to me. I look at it from the standpoint of the public perception versus reality. It brings me back when I listen to a lot of people out in the general public. There was a movie, Network News, and the punchline was that I'm mad as heck and I'm not going to take it anymore. And I think through the economy that we have going here in America, and the downward harmonization of the American economy, where I, who work in a paper mill, have good wages, but my wages have been going down for the last 10 years, understand that my dollar doesn't go any farther. So those that are less fortunate than I, that may work $10, $12, $15 an hour, they're taking it on the chin even worse than I am. So I always bring up the book Take the Rich Off Welfare. Why? Because what are we talking here with these benefits and these welfare bills that are coming forward? We're looking at, lately the state has 37 individuals that were sentenced, they sentenced them to jail for up to a year, returned $489,000. That's a good thing. They went after fraud. I actually supported the bill that costs us taxpayers, I think, around $850,000 to put 8 more fraud investigators out on the streets to go after these people. But then you take a look at, the state has prosecuted 48 corporations and recovered $55 million. The perception of the general public is, because we see people at the grocery store, we see people at the mom and pop stores, but I don't think in reality that if those that are working were in their shoes, would they cast judgment the way we tend to do? I don't think so, because my wife asked me just last night, John, you've never complained about paying taxes, you've never complained about people on welfare. Because my Christian ability tells me that I'm not going to be judgmental. That doesn't mean that I have to cast a blind eye. But I've got to take a look at the circumstances and say, what is the general good? This amendment here does a little bit more, and it does err on the education factor, because I'm a firm believer we want to change those behaviors if in fact those behaviors are happening. It doesn't seem like out of 130,000 people in the state of Maine that are getting benefits, that 37 of them were charged and paid the penalty. But then again, 48 corporations paying $55 million, maybe I'm all wet, ladies and gentlemen. But I want to make sure that I say to those people that says, am I willing to listen? I'm willing to listen, but I also have told them with a compassionate heart, I'm not going to go and put a hammer on something that I don't really think it needs it, but can we change the perception? We've changed the perception to Maine open for business, to the worst job creation in the state of Maine. Well, are we going to do the same thing where all we're going to do is talk about the negative aspects of welfare, when in fact the statistics show that it's not the small dollar individuals, it's actually big corporations that are pillaging our welfare system? Well, I will err on the side of the small, Mr. President. Thank you.
Chair.